You're going to demonstrate how to install these ceramic ridge tiles. We're using a material from, where's it from then?
It's made in Holland and distributed.
Can you just show us the substrate under the tiles? We have this, first this is like a 1.5 by, this is a 1.5 by 1.5 with a V-groove cut in it, and that's nailed down or screwed down with 3-inch screws, you said.
Right, screwed down over the hip. The notch is just to get it down over the hip a little bit neater.
Okay, and then that's covered by a second layer of 1.5 by 1.5.
That would be depending on the tile. Some tiles maybe take a little less, so 1 by or just a piece of lath.
I see. So once you've got the first one down, you measure and you can determine what the second one.
I just try to carry the tile slightly over the slate so that the material, the flexum, is kind of in a consistent.
Okay, and this top piece is also screwed down, and the tile is nailed with a copper nail, and basically it's the flexum that holds the tile in place.
I would say it does 90% of the job.
Okay, so let's have a look at that. Blue gloves.
Little gloves. I normally cut them all on one side, spin the whole box around, cut them all over the other side, get rid of that.
And you say this is like a styrofoam beads and some kind of
rubberized linseed compound.
Linseed matrix of some kind.
You always want to look for fresh stuff. This is slightly, if you a little bit fresher, you should be able to get more residue on your hand than that. And they are dated.
They're dated, okay.
The freshness is, fresher the better. Sometimes you open one up, you can literally bounce it off the roof. You don't want to use that one. Board here on the other side.
Can you show us the board while he's made these boards out of plywood and foam. The plywood is glued, the foam is glued. That's what, 1-inch foam?
Yeah.
Glued with a spray-on adhesive. And seems to work quite well for okay, you cut that in half.
I draw lines on here where the tile was. I put all the tile on, mark the tops, figuring out a nice layout so you don't have a short tile anywhere.
Okay, you lay them dry first.
Tip it over at an angle, plumb.
And you just laid those pieces up on their edge. Push them down in. Take the tile. You have a mark for each tile. The top of each tile.
Some of this you can use to dress up some spots. You might need it. Sometimes where the overlap is, you need to put a little extra in there. Try to keep this off the tile because it is a stain. If you're on ceramic tiles, you almost probably want to tape this off. That's how it can be very unattractive. The homeowner goes up there and sees it. For this application, I put a little extra there because when I dress the front, then I clean it all up afterwards.
So this eliminates the need for mortar altogether.
And it stays flexible throughout the life of the product.
There's no cracking or... And you can get it, would you say 20 different colors?
12
different colors. So this color here blends in really well with this tile. Looks like it works easily with the...
Here because it just ends up, I think, building it up too thick. With these Redlands tiles, I think the main reason for this here is bats and stuff don't end up living inside of here and other critters.
Finished job there. Here's a finished hip over here. And there's a beautiful rounded valley that Ray did. As long as we're up here looking at the roof. Chinese multicolor. Slate, 3-inch headlamp. These are the tiles waiting to go on. He has a mark for the top of each tile. You can see it right there, and another one up there. They're 20-inch tiles with a 16-inch exposure, so they're overlapping 4 inches. And that's it. Now that's one done, huh?
You're done. Take these off. Trowel cleans up the rag.
And what about, does this stuff tend to dry up, the leftover stuff? Do you have to hurry up and get the next piece on? Or?
Oh no, you got all day long.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then if there's some left over from the night before, I mean, you can save it overnight.
You can?
Pack it up. If you pack it up well, yeah.
Really?
So,
amazing.
But 2 days you'd be pushing your luck.
Yeah. Incredible. So no mixing mortar, no hauling mortar buckets, and what happens if it gets rained on?
It's waterproof, completely waterproof.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not going to leach or stain the roof?
No, yeah. It's
wow.
an oil-based product.
Wow, amazing. Ray says he calls out about 30% of those Chinese slates, and he says it's an animal of a slate, quote.